Okay, so we're recording. So thank you guys all for being on this call. Happy Monday. So we have an awesome, amazing guest speaker, and I'm so excited for her. Brittany and I went to high school together. I was friends with her brother, and when I signed up, she had signed up, I think, like 1 or 2 days before me, and we were both kind of like, what are we doing? Let's go for it. Let's do this. And now she's in Florida. She's a wife, a mom of twins, and now recently pregnant again. So exciting. She is currently number 83 in the entire company out of 400,000 coaches. She's a badass. And she is a Success Club legend, meaning that she's gotten Success Club 24 plus months in a row, which is amazing. And she is a 5-star diamond, but she is 6-star qualifying. So I'm going to hand it over to her. If you guys can save all your questions for the end, we can get to those. So here she is.
Awesome. Thanks, Jaime. And thank you guys for everyone hopping on. I know that life is busy and you guys have lots of stuff going on and trainings and, maybe this is your work time. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time away and just listening to what I have to say. And hopefully you have, a nugget or two, maybe 3 that you can walk away and start implementing right away. So I'm just going to give you a little background about myself so that you know a little bit about me and just help you understand why I run my business the way that I do. So, and I think my story kind of leads into that. So as Jaime said, I started coaching in March 2013. My twins were 4 months old currently, and my background is in fitness. I went to Grand Valley State University in Michigan, have my bachelor's degree in exercise science, and was actually a full-time personal trainer right after I graduated. And then when we moved on to Florida, I actually worked in corporate wellness, which funny enough, I thought was like my dream job. Like that's exactly what I wanted to do. Coming out of school, I wanted to be corporate wellness and I wanted to help people lose weight. But what I didn't know was that corporate wellness, working in that setting also meant that I was now at a desk job and I was now just doing numbers and data and that kind of stuff, and it wasn't super fun. So fast forward, we had our twins. We decided that I would stay home, and it was about 4 months and I started Insanity, which I tell you that I bought off Amazon. And at the time we were drinking Friday Bye Bye shakes, and I had met Meg, my upline coach, Meg Wazinski, 2 years prior, and totally blew her off when she acknowledged me or asked me about coaching. So I am your worst nightmare when it comes to a prospect for customer or a coach, because anything that we all complain about, I did. And, that's important for you guys to know, because those people that do that to you, they will come back. It's just a matter of time and timing for them and just timing for you guys to meet and when you're in a good position to lead them. So just, if that's what you need to take away from this tonight, then that's what you need to take away. But, so I was doing Insanity. I was posting about it on Facebook. And I was just sharing my journey as a new mom, and I had no friends down here. I'm talking, we had been down here 9 months when I had the kids, and I knew like 0 people, let alone anyone with moms. So it was just, a whole new world. So Facebook became my way to socialize with everyone back home and to share my journey, having the twins, and then just to meet new moms. So I just really started sharing, and I had 3 people end up purchasing the program because I was sharing what I was doing. And I looked at my husband and I said, this Meg girl does this and she makes money when people buy a program through her. So I need to talk to her. So I actually reached out to Meg because I had continued to watch her on social media, and I watched her business over the last 2 years go from this little hobby thing to this 6-figure earner. She's 26 years old, quit her full-time job, making, whatever, and paying all this debt. And I'm like, I can totally do this. So I asked her what this whole coaching thing was, watched a webinar, and I signed up like that next day. And I had hesitations. I was really nervous about what people were going to think, because I am naturally an introvert, and I'm very, I like to keep to myself, but I don't want to put myself out there, and I don't like to be mocked. I don't take ridicule very well. So I was really nervous about what people were going to say. So I I just decided this is what I needed to do. It fell into my lap and I just had to go for it. So I started coaching in March 2013 and I have never looked back. I have hit Success Club ever since my first month of joining as a coach, and I have just continued to fall in love with this business more and more. Now my reasons have changed, my whys have changed along the way, and we'll talk about that in a little while longer. But it's just an awesome opportunity, and it's just really benefited my family in so many ways and myself. I've grown so much as a person. I'm sure Jaime can probably say the same thing about herself. And, she knew me in high school, and so did her husband, Steve. I grew up with Steve. I am not the same person I was back then. And a lot of that is because of coaching and because of the 3 vital behaviors and what this is able to do. So my goal as a coach is to pay that forward. Of course, the finances are great. I want every person to experience this change, this personal shift, this personal change. So that's what I post a lot on my like page. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. Jaime had asked me, how do you reach your cold market? So that, if you want to be honest, is one of the hardest parts about a business. About business, because the warm market can either be, not supportive of you in the beginning, or they're supportive of you, but then they dry up like that. And then you're sitting here 3-4 months later and you're going, I don't have anyone because my warm market is gone, or they're not supportive, and now what? So if you're a leader on this call, this isn't just these are great tips for you, but make sure you take these back to your coaches and duplicate them, because this is how your coaches are going to be successful. And if you're, in the know about how you become an elite coach or a top 100 coach, it's not necessarily how you do, but it's how your team does. It's really important to make sure that your team starts building the cold market network to build your business as well. So everything I'm going to talk to you about tonight is based off of Facebook, because that's how I run my business. It's the only social media platform I use. I fail at Instagram. I fail at Pinterest. I say I'm going to do it, and then I just crumble and I don't have time for it. So I run on my like page and my personal page. So I'm going to start talking to you about my like page. So I started my like page right the day I signed up as a coach. And back then it was a lot different than it is now. So if you do not have a like page right now, that's okay. Some of the stuff that I go over, you can still use on your personal page as well. But I'm also going to tell you how to use your personal page to help build your cold market. So the first thing I want to do, and I'm going to try and screen share, so hopefully this works. When you have your like page, you want to make sure that it's eye-catching. You want to make sure you have a good photo of you, that it's not, if it's a selfie, that's totally fine. But make sure you have your makeup on, make sure your hair is on, make sure, you look professional. So I have a professional fitness photo that I had taken, and that is my cover photo. They can see my face, they see my smile, they see that, I'm into fitness. I do have my 21-day fix gear on. You can have it, you cannot. I'm not ashamed. I'm a Beachbody coach, and I haven't, it is what it is. So I'm going to own up to it. But you can choose whatever you have. You can feel free to go on my like page and look at past pictures. But if you don't have a professional photo, that's fine. Just make sure, the next time you have a date night and you're all dialed up, take a few shots, get good lighting, or edit them, and make sure you have a really good profile photo on your like page. The next thing is your cover photo, and this gets left out so much, but this tells people so much about you in a blink of an eye. So I'm laughing in one, you can see my kids, you see me and my husband, and then you see me again. But on top of that, there's words that describe me. So fitness, my kids, faith, my marriage, and confidence. Those are things that are huge to me, and that's what you're going to get on my page. So when people are coming to my page, they can see my cover photo, and they know exactly what they're going to get. I am not a foodie. I am not about recipes. I am not a fashionista. They're not going to get that stuff on my page, but they will get fitness tips. They will get kid tips. They will hear about my faith. They will hear about my marriage, and they will see the confidence that's changed. So I made mine on PicMonkey. You can use Canva as well. And they have, all the cover photo or like page cover photos to make it presentable, to make it nice so that people see who you are. So once you click on here, and I used to have a button that said click here so that people would click here, but then you can have a little bio about you. And I did this Melissa Caricia, I think that's how you say her name, Obsessed class. And she kind of created this like, I forget what she called it, but kind of like you as an avatar, but you're speaking as you, so who you are in a nutshell. So, you can go on and read mine, but basically what it came down to is like all the stuff that I love. Like as much as I love eating healthy, I'm a candy and cereal addict at heart, and I totally blame pregnancy on that one the first time because it's the exact same way this time. But, I share that I'm a Midwest girl, born and raised, but I'm in Florida because I love the beach and I hate the snow. And, so I can connect with both, but I care about helping women and feel balance is a necessity. So kind of gives you a well-rounded description of my life, what I'm striving for, and who I am. So when people go to my page, they can get a lot about me in just a quick little snippet. So I just wanted to share that with you because I'm a visual person, so sometimes it's easier to see what I'm talking about. So once you have that set up, the other thing you need to make sure you're doing with your like page is that you're consistently posting. So when I say consistently, I mean like 3 times minimum. Today I probably will only post 3 times. Tomorrow might be 5 because my kids are gone, so I have a little bit more time. But 3 to 5 times a day, consistently rotating post. And I always get the question, what do you post? I just share my whole day. It's really nothing crazy, but I try to spin everything into something valuable, So you can look around, like there's workout videos now that everyone knows I'm pregnant, like I can bear the belly. Like I said, I'm not a foodie, so when food actually does come up and it sounds good, like I'm just talking about my pregnancy and why this sounds good to me. And it's me. It's totally me. So make your like page you can hear so many trainings about what to post and how to post. But when it comes down to it, you want people to connect with you because you're you. So post you, do you, and you're going to connect with people like that. So the other thing that I use my profile, my like page for is I promote my like page. So I don't know how familiar you guys are with this. Our team, our big network is Fit Addicted, and a lot of us do it. I started doing this last year maybe, but I started with like 3 days out of the month. So the 1st to the 3rd of the month, I would spend $5 a day. So I was investing $15 a month into marketing towards my business, and I would just focus on likes to my page. And then as my income built, then I added a day. So I went to like 3 days and then maybe 5. And then I went from 5 to 7 and then 7 to 10. And I always at the beginning of the month so that I'm connecting with those people throughout the month to help them and get to know them. Now I run it and I run my ad continuously. It's just going because it's helped my business that much. So I'm always promoting my like page. And that's a whole nother topic. So if you're not familiar with promoting your like page and how to do it and all that stuff, you can send me a message and I can find you some trainings that have helped me, and I can share those with Jaime and she can post those for you guys, or I can just send them individually. It's totally fine. So what that does is I don't just promote. So this is the next thing on your like page is you're going to go to settings. Now this is only from your computer that you're going to do it this way. You're going to go to people and other pages. And once you click there, you're going to see people who like this page. And so I have a list of all the people who have liked my page in the last X amount of hours. So in the last day, since yesterday, since this Tanya person, I have this many new likes on my page. In total, last month, I spent $150 just on marketing. And I know that sounds kind of like a lot, but I also hit Success Club 20-something from people connecting with my like page in the previous months. So it does pay off in the end. You just have to invest a little bit in your business. And again, you can start with as little or big as you want. So what I do then is I go on their name, I right-click them, and I open a link in a new tab so I'm not constantly having to go back and forth. That is a huge time saver. So make sure you write that down. Otherwise you have to like keep going back and back. So I check them out, and I say that literally, like I check them out, because we're in a business that we get to choose who we work with. And you want to make sure you're connecting with people who are like you. Because whether it's your old self or your new self, because if they're not like you, it's going to be really hard to find common ground. So I, check her out. I look to see if it's a Beachbody coach or if we have mutual friends. I see the last time they're on Facebook. If they haven't been on Facebook since like October of 2015, that's really hard because they might not be someone that's on Facebook all the time. So really get to know their page, study their page, and kind of, see if it's someone that you like. And then if it is someone you like, Facebook changed this since my last time I did this topic. And I used to send $1 message, but now they took the option away, and you just send a message and the person can either accept it or deny it. So I'm sending a lot of messages, and honestly, I don't know how many people are actually seeing them. It only tells you if they accept them. So there are probably so many messages just hanging out there, but they just haven't rejected or accepted them. So I just send the message. If it's someone that I really connect with and I think that would make a great coach, like I just met someone today and I was like, oh, she's a group fitness instructor. Like she's right up my alley. Like I'm going to send her a friend request. I'm going to message her, and then I'm going to wait till I see this little notification that she accepted my friend request. And then I'm going to message her again, because now we're friends. So now it's going to go right into her inbox. Okay. So this is the number one way that I use my like page to grow my business. As I promote my page and I send messages, I send 3 to 5 messages minimum per day. So I'll send 3 to 5 for sure. I'll do my other stuff. If my kids are still sleeping, then I'll send 5 more. Because building your network is how you grow your business. Okay, so the way number 2 on my like page that I use, that I build my network, is I go to a post like this one, my video today, and I see I have 28 likes on it. And I click all the likes, and I come up, and like usually the top people are going to be your friends or people that always like your stuff. So I usually just scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I look at these names down here, and I see if they're people that I've connected with, or if they're friends of other coaches, or if they're Beachbody coaches. So this person she's actually one of my coach's mother-in-law. So I'm obviously not going to message her. I look to see if we have mutual friends. She sent me friend requests, but she is in my downline. So she might be someone that I would add a friend and message and say, hey, I saw you liked my video today. I just wanted to say thanks for the support. Thanks for the like. Are you into health and fitness as well, or are you pregnant? Because I'm pregnant in this photo. So there's 2 common points that I can connect with like right off the bat, because they've already engaged in my page. They've already supported my page. And I want to acknowledge that and bring it back to the topic that they liked on my page. Because then we can get that conversation going, whether it's about working out or it's about pregnancy. And then we lead into kids, and then we lead into weight gain, and then we lead into us trying not to go crazy. So it just opens that floodgate of normal conversation without even bringing in Beachbody at all. Okay? Does that make sense? So I try to do that, and you'll be able to see like, your top friends will pop up first. So I just do it on every post. Like if I do my 3 to 5 and I'm looking through and I'm like, I don't like the people that are liking my page, I go to my post and I say, okay, who's liking my stuff? Like who have I not connected with? And I just kind of like, she's probably she knows a lot of my husband's friends. So she's one that I'm going to want to go back and be like, hey, thanks for liking my stuff, and how do you know Matt? And open that conversation. So when you're connecting and when you're building these relationships, you don't even want to bring up Beachbody right away. You want to know like, how do they find your page? What do they like about your page? Are they into health and fitness? Are they a mom? I look at stay-at-home moms in their bio. I'm like, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom too. I have 2 kids. They're 3. How old are your kids? And I open that conversation as a parent. So be choosy, check out their page, and see how you can connect with them and talk about that. And once you're friends, then they're going to be able to see your other stuff and be able to see your like page stuff and have that conversation be able to flow that way. Does that make sense? So those are my top 2 ways that I use my like page. So I'm going to quickly tell you a few other ways that I built my cold market. And the second way is through challengers. You might be going, well, duh. But there's 2 ways that I do this. I use my challengers and I ask for referrals. When they first sign up as a challenger, when we're going through that process and they say, okay, I'm in, I ask them, awesome, I would love to have you. Do you know if anyone else that would like to, join us? You can do the same kit. It's the same price. They can just come and join us. Do you know a friend or family member that would like to do this with you? So that's one great way to ask them for a referral. Obviously, then at the end, I ask them for a referral and say, hey, our next group is starting in 2 weeks. I'd love to have you join. Do you know of any friends and family that you would love to bring along, since now you've had these awesome results and you know the program? And if they're still saying no, then I just wait till the next month. And when our next challenge group is going, I just ask them again in like 7 or 8 days or the next month. I just continue to ask. If they're in the challenge group with me, I always ask them for a referral, because their confidence is going to start building as well. And sometimes the reason that they don't give a referral is because they haven't built that confidence in themselves yet for them to like have someone in that group that they know personally, or to be able to share their own story with them on why they should. But it's also kind of prepping them for coaching, which is kind of cool. So the second way I use my challengers is I have them announce their journey on Facebook publicly the Sunday night before we start our challenge group. So I open my challenge groups 4 days before. So I open it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have them do a task, something to get them set up for Monday. And on Sunday night, I switch it. I used to do this on Friday. And we all know Facebook is kind of dead on Friday. Everyone's kind of like, nah, they're just scrolling through. They're not really like paying attention. So I do it on Sunday night, because on Sunday night, people are a little bit more intentional. They're scrolling through, but they're not in a hurry. They're just kind of not wanting Monday to arrive. So I have them post something simple, like, I'm so excited to start my 21-day fix journey, or my 21-day fix nutrition and boot camp, or however you call the 21-day fix, whatever you call it. If you call it 21-day fix, that's fine. And I just have them share, I'm so excited to start this, and I'm excited to have the support of the ladies in my group and my coach, Brittanie, and I have them tag me. So now they're posting it on their page and they're tagging me. So I'm going to see every single person that likes that post and comments on that post. And if they do that and they have people going, oh my gosh, what's the 21-day fix? Or this is the one I get all the time. I've been watching that program. I can't wait to see how you like it. Will you let me know how it goes? And I sneak in there and I right click them and I open their message thing in another window and I message them and I'm like, hey, I'm so glad you're interested. Or, I saw your comment on Susie's post about the 21-day fix and saw that, you've been kind of hesitant. I'm coaching Susie through this program. I'd be happy to answer questions for you if you have them. And just open that up, because there's already that common ground of 21-day fix there. You're just offering that buffer, offering that solution to just say, hey, I'm here if you need, because we all know that you can have all the right tools, but sometimes you need that huge support and that person just to kind of propel you forward to get you going. So that's my number 2 way that I use my challengers. And then that continues to go. And you can I have contests. That's what I wanted. And my 21 days that like, hey, share a sweaty workout selfie, or share a recipe, or, post something on your personal page and tag me in it to get it out there in their page to reach their market throughout the 21 days. So it's just something simple that you don't have to do, but it helps you meet more people, but it also encourages your challenger to continue seeing results and to see that they're inspiring others. And what does that usually lead to? An awesome coach, right? So behind the scenes, we're kind of making them into these awesome little coaches. So when they are ready, they've been on Facebook. Their friends know what they're doing. Their friends have seen like their transformation. It's not like out of nowhere this person became a fitness coach, right? So it does kind of 2 things for everybody. The number 3 thing that I do, and my husband has learned to just appreciate this, is I tag Matthew in almost every challenge group post, almost every coaching opportunity post. And if it's a really good jab, I tag Matthew. And that is my husband, for those of you who do not know. And I have done this since the very beginning. I just tag him. And I'm like, sorry, babe. And you know what? I've gotten 6 amazing coaches from that are his friends that I would have never known, that are from Berrien Springs, Michigan. And they're amazing. And I have met so many awesome challengers through him by tagging him, because you want to match newsfeed and it's me, it's not, So it's just an awesome way to meet people that obviously you already have a common ground. Hey, how do you know my husband? Did you date him? Did you go to high school with him? Did you go to college with him? Like, I want to know, So it just opens that conversation. And you don't have to tag him in everything. Like, I don't tag him in all my food posts, but any family post I tag him in, any challenge group post, or if it's just a really good, just a life transformation or something, I tag him in it, because I want people to also know that he's my partner in this, he's my teammate, and I would not be able to be on this call if he wasn't up doing daddy duty, doing baths. So he is a huge, huge support, but he also helps me a lot more than he knows. So he, that's a great way. If you don't have a spouse, I also tag, and again, they've learned to just get used to it, my mom, my dad, my sister, and now my in-laws are on Shakeology, 3-Day Refresh, and Fitbit Fanatics. And, I tag them. I get some of their friends. I get conversations, and it gets them into me, their news feeds. And, I have like 3 or 4 people that used to work at my in-laws' restaurants as customers, loyal customers, not just one time, but loyal customers, because they know the family that I'm a part of. And that's huge. So if they know, if they know that you're connected with someone that they know, their loyalty is a lot greater. And that's pretty huge in a business like this, where it is a lot of, they could fall off anytime. Okay. Number 4 is like pages, but basically not your like page, other like pages. So I met Meg on an Oxygen magazine like page. So it's going to be mostly brands or like TV shows and stuff like that. But if you're stuck on like where to meet people, if your like page isn't growing, or you don't have the funds to fund a like page, get on another like page and make that part of your power hour. Make that part of your building your network, is finding a like page that you're passionate about. I'm only saying this because I'm looking at Jaime, but like Oakley, if Oakley has a like page, that's them. They love that brand. I don't blame them. And, like Ray-Ban glasses, or, Nike or Under Armour, like however, just get on those like pages and start interacting, because those people are going to be a lot like you. But just make sure you're interacting them kind of like your like page. Just bring it back to that common ground and let the conversation build and form them as you can. And then number 5 has been a huge one for me in my business as well, is group pages. So as you know, I started my business, my twins were 4 months old, I wasn't leaving the house, they were premature, and it was flu season, and down here, it's like all the elderly bring their northern germs down here, and I wasn't going anywhere with my kids, so I was stuck in the house literally for like 6 months, and this was an awesome way for me to meet other moms in my Palm Beach area without leaving the house, and I developed some of the most amazing relationships with these ladies by texting them at 2 a.m. because I met them. Sorry for the men on here, but I was an exclusive pumper. So what that means is I did not nurse my children, but they got my breast milk in a bottle. And I was up at all hours, and I couldn't have made it through without that support. But I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't in the group page. So if there's hobbies, if you're a mom, if you're a new mom, there are like baby mama groups all over. I was fortunate enough to have the twins. So I was a part of new mom groups. I was a part of new twin mom groups. I was a part of boy-girl twin mom groups. And then within that, of just boy-girl twin mom groups, it was a Florida chapter, it was a Palm Beach chapter, and then it went nationwide. So I had like all these groups that I've submerged myself in with all these women that I'm connected with without even ever bringing up fitness. Because we're all moms, we're all twin moms, we're all going through this crazy life together. And I'm able to just talk with them and connect with them about that. So maybe you're not a mom, maybe you have teenagers. I guarantee you there is a group page about how to handle teenagers or high schoolers or behavior. Is there snowboarding or skiing? Are you a cyclist? Are you a runner? Do you knit? Do you paint? Like, what are your hobbies? Because there are going to be so many groups that you can go to your Facebook search bar and just kind of start typing in ideas that make you and start getting involved. So I always try to post one time a week, and I do the boy-girl twin connection because it's usually universal. So they start from newborns all the way up to whenever. So I can post, about my 3-year-old toddler switching beds. That was a huge thing. And so all these ladies commented to me about tips and tools and just funny stories and stressful stories and get ready to get the tears out, or all these cool ways to help me in this transition of life that I was in. But then I've also been able to take it to a private message, talk to them about their life, get to know them, become friends on Facebook, build that relationship, and in maybe 6 months they become a challenger. So nothing that I do is like instant. It's all about behind the scenes building that relationship. And that makes them such a loyal challenger if I do it the right way. The people that just say, I want to do this, and they're in, and we don't build that relationship for a little bit first, are kind of hit or miss. But the ones that I build those connections with behind the scenes for a few months, those are my best challengers, and those are my best challengers turned to coaches, and those are my best coaches. So, I want to think of clothing brands. If you're into non-toxic, that's another one that I've really started to do for my family. My son has asthma. My husband has really bad psoriasis. So non-toxic is something we're doing in our family. So I've joined non-toxic groups to learn about, but that also is just something another avenue for me to build my network. But it's something that I'm gonna do whether I'm in Beachbody or not, but it can help my business as much as it can help my personal life. So those are the 5 ways that I grow my cold market. And I just wanted to give you 3 quick takeaways as we wrap up and to make this happen. And one of the things that Bonnie Engel said to us at the New Leadership Conference in LA in January has stuck with me since she said it. And there are she said, so many people have aha moments. And so you're probably on this call and you're like, oh, that was awesome. Or, oh, maybe I need to do it this way. Or, I should start doing that. There are aha moments, but you need to have action moments, because nothing happens if you don't take that action. And that was so huge for me, because being at that conference, it was overflow of information. And it was you want to do everything and you have all these I can do this. But it only matters if you take those aha moments and you actually start implementing them. So I want you to pick 2 to 3 ways today that you can start building your cold market. Because I gave you 5. So you can absolutely pick 2. Maybe it's just promoting your like page. Maybe it is keeping your like page the exact same, but making sure that you go back to those posts that get good traction on and liking them, or pushing those likes and connecting with the people that like those posts. Maybe it's making the goal, okay, I'm going to meet 3 new people a day. Maybe it's going back to your 21-day group or your challenge group template and putting in that hey, I want you to announce your journey. That's one way to start implementing it and building your cold market. So I just want you to pick 2 to 3 ways that you can start doing that. And then the other thing that the second thing I want you to do is I want you to get out of your own head about how weird it is to mess with someone you don't know. Because the only one that feels weird about that right now is you. It's nobody else. I have been doing this for 3 years, and I've been doing it this way for almost 3 years. And I can't off the top of my head tell you one time that somebody was like, why are you messaging me? But I can tell you that I probably get 3 people out of the 10 that I'm messaging today saying, wow, that's really awesome. I've never had anyone message me for liking their like page before. And that's really cool, because when they see Beachbody, out of all these coaches, I'm the only one who's messaged them. So they're going to think of me, right? I would hope. That's what you want. But get out of your own head. Don't worry about their response. Don't worry about, because their response is them now in a situation that they are, and you just might they just might not like you because you're too heavy, or they're not where you are. So don't think about their response. Just worry about you, which brings me to my last and final point. And I said this in the beginning, but you have to be you. So get out of your own head, put your blinders on, figure out what your audience is, figure out what your niche is on your like page that your audience wants. That is you. You might have to go through 3 weeks of absolutely nothing on your like page or absolutely nothing on your personal page of no traction, but those people will come. But you have to be able to be true to who you are. Because everyone that joins my team or joins my challengers knows they're going to hear Jesus. They know they're going to hear the word prayer. They know they're going to hear me quote scripture. They know they're going to hear about crazy twins. They know they're going to hear about my husband. They just know that because I post it on my page. That's me. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to join my team, and that's okay. Because we're in a business that we get to choose. And so be you, because the best teams are the ones that you look at on the Zoom call like this and go, I could hang out with every single one of these people because they're just like me. And that's something really cool. So make sure you're being you and being real on your like page. So that's all I have for you. So James, you wanna pick it up?
Okay, that was amazing. Steve just took a picture of me with all of my notes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages of notes. Like, you talked about this before, but I picked up so much more. So good. I don't know how you were nervous because that was amazing.
I get like this excited nervous. Like, it's not a bad nervous. It's just like this excited, like unknown nervous. But
everybody loved it. I was watching everyone's faces like this the whole time, like, like nodding their heads.
I was getting distracted from the chat. I was trying not to let myself look at the chat. I don't know, because we have less than a minute. So I don't know. There's just one question. When you say promote your page, do you mean the page as a whole or specific post? I promote my whole entire page. And then my last challenge group post that I did last week, Sunday, I promoted that for a week. And so I spent $15 just to promote that post. And I have like 10 people that I'm talking to about my challenge group just from that post alone.
Amazing.
So I do both. I do both. I'm trying to see if there's anything. There's so many. Yeah, Sam, is that what you said? Taking my one Facebook into 7? Is that what you? Yeah, so I use it in so many ways. Because I'm not on Instagram.